I'm Diana Falzone, and this is 4 for 4 Tech, where we cover 4 tantalizing tech topics in only 4 minutes. Tony Hawk has helped design the Hendo 2.0 Hoverboard NB, launching on Wednesday. Mike, would this hoverboard make Marty McFly jealous?
Probably not. So Tony Hawk and the team of engineers built this electromagnetic hoverboard about a year ago. And it worked a lot like, I guess, an air hockey puck more than an athletic skateboard, right? And so Tony Hawk was pretty impressed with the technology, though, and he decided to team up with these guys, hopefully fine-tune it, and we're all pretty excited to see what they come up with.
I think this is a lot of clickbait, actually. And every time we see a hoverboard come out, it comes with a caveat, a little fine print. Oh, it needs magnetic levitation. It needs a special surface. No, that's not fair. I want a hoverboard that does exactly what it says. Hovers over air.
This technology is still in its infancy, of course. I think one of the coolest things that we've seen out of this movement so far this year was in May. Somebody set a Guinness Book of World Records, actually, for hoverboarding over water. And that one I thought was pretty neat than the Tony Hawk one.
Yeah, I have very high hopes. I'm hoping that this one actually levitates up. Like you said, in the past, we've just seen like the air hockey kind of puck mentality going, where it just goes a little bit up and then drops right down. So if we can sustain hover, we've got something. The U.S. government is planning to require registration of some small drones. Katie, is this a wise move?
Hearing a lot about drones these days, obviously, and 700,000 drones are anticipated to be sold this holiday season alone. So now the FAA is stepping in. They're saying, you know what, we have to have some regulation here. This is a safety issue. So now a lot of drones will actually have to be registered. But where I think it gets very tricky is what differentiates between a toy and which differentiates between something that's a little bit more intense. Because I got some toys that can go a few hundred feet up in the air that are drones. So it's amazing to see where this will go in the future.
Yeah, I mean, that's an interesting point. I guess I'm less interested in that because it seems really obvious to me. Like, in our office, we have a drone that goes 70 miles an hour. That is dangerous, right? And I think it doesn't take a genius to figure that out, whereas, something that goes a little bit slower is not quite as dangerous, especially if it's made of foam or has slower copters. So this is just another form of regulation that the government, imposes on things like vehicles and airplanes and that sort of thing.
It can't hurt, especially with Amazon wanting to have delivery drones going. There has to be some kind of rules set, and I think now would be a good time to start before there's millions of them in the air.
Well, that's the whole thing. You definitely need some rules. One name for you, Enrique Iglesias. Facebook is upping their security measures to protect you from state-sponsored actors. Jennifer, how at risk are we from these attacks?
I don't know how at risk we are, but it's just an extra protocol to boost their security, just like Google has two-step authentication. So if they think that China or another state actor is trying to compromise your account, they're going to let you know and tell you to change your password.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes complete sense to me, and honestly, kudos to Mark Zuckerberg. He's done a great job of making Facebook more transparent than ever before. For a long time, people were concerned about Facebook privacy, who's seeing what I can post, where, who can access this information, and now he's making it very, very clear who's accessing it, where they're accessing it from, and what you post, and who can see it.
Facebook and security never going away anytime soon, but I would actually like to have a more practical application and maybe have a plug-in that would actually block my friend's sonogram pictures. I think that would be more effective, or pictures of their kids. Some of us just aren't there in life. Let's be practical about what's really resourceful.
That is true. That is true. But I know we're worried about governmental breaches, but I'm worried about cyber trolls that I block and still continue to write me just under the name Facebook user. There's so many little things that Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook at large needs to fix that we should start small and then think big. A tweeting chicken named Betty, I'm not kidding you, is attempting to make her way into the record books with her social media savvy. Katie, please do the honors of explaining.
Oh, this is a fun one. So Chicken Treat, which is kind of equivalent to a McDonald's or a KFC, has this PR campaign going on right now where they've let a hen take over their Twitter account. And if it tweets 5 letters, an English word, it will actually get a Guinness World Record. But I have to quickly say, it's not easy to get a Guinness World Record. I've actually done it. It's a humble brag. It is very, very challenging. If that chicken also gets in the Guinness Book of World Records, I'm going to be really impressed.
I am so upset about this. You know why? Because this poor chicken is in a room by itself, typing away with its little beak, and I feel like it's slavery. And the poor kid is just there, and they're watching him, hoping he
Sales are up 8%.
Just for marketing.
Millennials don't feel that way.
PETA is going to approach them.
Yeah, I guess, it's no surprise to me that a bird would be the first animal to send a tweet, possibly. But to be honest, to me, this is just another reason for people to ignore Twitter. I mean, I think a lot of average people are struggling to find a reason to use Twitter on a day-to-day basis. There are a lot of bots on the software, and animals just add to that.
Sadly, the chicken has 10,000 followers. And you probably don't. Now you know what we think. Tell us what you think with the hashtag 444tech. I'm still in awe of you.